Your toes are trapped, and you don't even know it. You gotta free your toes. Free them toes! Most shoes are narrow at the tip for aesthetic purposes, but they cram your toes together. They don't allow for your toes to sprawl and move naturally. Here's what brought me to these wild realizations. So, I hit my 30s and started having knee pain. After a trip to Chicago where I only wore my chunky Doc Marten boots for 5 days straight, the pain got worse. I finally decided to go see a physio, and he completely changed my life. He told me the infrapatellar fat pad in my knee was inflamed. Infrapatellar, not sure if that's how you pronounce it. That's the little fat cushion in your knees that absorbs the impact of your steps. I injured my knee, and I didn't rebuild its strength. I would overcompensate by avoiding impact on my knee, but when my knee would get an impact, it would overcompensate right back by getting inflamed. Thus, the pain. And that's when my physio hit me with a life-changing question. Do you want to run? Well, not particularly. I just want to be able to. I'm gonna ask you again. Do you want to run? I mean, I just want to be able to run. Well, if you want to be able to run, you have to run. Boom! I saw my life flash before my eyes. If I want to be able to run, I have to run. If I want to be able to run, I have to run. So I started running. Little by little. It didn't happen fast, but by doing a few exercises to strengthen my knee and following a running program, I went from barely being able to run 5 minutes without pain to running 30 minutes almost every day. The big takeaway is when my physio looked at my running on the treadmill. 1, I took long, slow strides. Big steps resulting in harder impact. 2, I landed on my heels. Heel strike. Creating more strain on my knees because the impact of my landing is not being absorbed. He then made me take my shoes off and run barefoot on the treadmill. For 1, I had shorter strides, distributing my steps for lighter impact. And for 2, I landed on my forefoot, absorbing the landing of my impact with less strain on my knee. Far from perfect, but I was running much better without shoes. The thick cushions of my soles changed my running for the worst. I've been running for a few months now, but I've been hearing about barefoot shoes, and I'm curious to give them a try. If my running at the physio instantly got better when I took my shoes off, maybe barefoot shoes could change my life. So, I started researching barefoot shoes, and found an overwhelming amount of information. Regular shoes are too narrow and constrict your foot's shape and movement. Regular shoes don't allow your toes to sprawl and move naturally. The toe box is too narrow. The thick soles on shoes don't allow your feet to feel the ground and react accordingly. Regular shoes have a higher heel so you're slightly leaning forward. Regular shoes disconnect us from the foot's natural movement. Now, I'm not here to cancel regular shoes. I'ma keep wearing my chunky shoes and boots. But I do want to give these barefoot shoes a try. Out of all the barefoot shoes I looked at on the internet, the one that stood out was the Vibram FiveFingers. I like the bold look, it's quite the statement. Kinda feels sci-fi, like shoes you'd see the Fremens wearing in Dune. Hey, maybe I'm just trying to be a Fremen. They also got me with this line on their website. It is designed for the true minimalist who wants to fully connect with the earth. A true minimalist that wants to connect to the earth. That's me. So here they are. These are the V-Train 2.0. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I got this with my own money, and this is my true opinion. I picked these because of their rugged build, good all-around shoe for indoors and outdoors. Love the bold black tactical look of these. The one thing for me though, hey, Vibram needs to chill with their yellow branding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 yellow Vibram logos. Really? So, just like the yellow stitching on my Doc Martens, I'm gonna need to black these out. Ow! Look at these shoes. Looks like I have black android feet. Might have to start an Only Toes account. I've been wearing them around the house and so far, they feel great. It's just about time for me to start wearing these outside into the wild. Definitely gonna have people looking back like, what is that? 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 An important disclaimer when starting out in barefoot shoes, take it slow. You're doing movements and working muscles you haven't strengthened yet. You don't want to go overboard and create injuries. Not for toe shoes. So just like I did in my running program, I'll work my way up gradually. Wear these more and more intensely over time. I don't know if these shoes will actually be beneficial, but right now they feel great. My toes feel free, easy breezy. Now I'm gonna find out if these things can actually be styled. Freedom toes!